Hey there guys, it's Gus, and today we're on part 3 of the SCX10 III build. Last time we left off with getting everything, all the frame pieces set up on the back. I unscrewed this back piece here. I got it all prepped up and ready to weld. So that's what I'm going to do here real quick. And once I get that all prepped up, we'll get her, I'm going to get her outside, weld her up, and then we'll get started on the links. Alright, well, there she is. She's all welded up. Gotta do a little bit sanding on there, slap some paint on it, clean the smoke off, slap her together, and then we'll start working on the links. Welded a little better than I thought it would. Like I said before, this is pretty thick metal, so alright, I'll get that finish sanding up, throw some paint on it, and we'll get you back on for the next step. Okay, I got the links done. I was gonna wait till I got parts, but I was digging and digging. I haven't done crawlers for a while, and I found a mess of my old links. So we'll see how these work. These should work for now. They are the older style links, which are a little bit weaker, but it'll give me some time to test it out, see how everything works, and see how I like it. And typically, unless you're rolling down a hill, you're not going to have issues with the link breaking. And usually these older style ones, it's usually these have a 3 mil threaded rod in there, or a set screw, whatever you want to call it, and that's usually the only thing that breaks. So that should work fine, especially because I do have 2 axles in the back. Everything flexes real nice. I did get the drive shaft in there, and everything turns as it should. So now I'm going to, the parts I have coming are the body. The body I'm going with is going to be a Ranger body. I don't know if you guys ever watch Grind Hardened Plumbing, but I'm going to model this after their 6x6. For the time being, I'm not going to make this one 6-wheel steer, but that may be something that I do in the future. If I do, I want to set up some kind of a linkage setup instead of having 2 servos sit back here, because that adds a lot of weight to the back. But that could get complicated with any thing that is not going to cause any kind of bump steer or whatever like that. So that's going to be a future project. I have a lot to do yet as far as like the body, the bed, all that kind of stuff. So alright, I'm going to, I think before I do the body, I may take it for a little test drive, and we'll just see how everything works out. And so I think that's what we're going to do. We'll put you back on, we'll take her for in a little bit, we'll put her back, put you guys back on, and see how it works, and then we'll get started on the body and the cage part of the build. Alright, just to check, I want to take her, before I take outside, I just want to make sure everything is working, because I had everything apart and I could have some loose screws, etc. But she works. Everything looks good. And when I had the transmission apart, I forgot about second gear, so I was going to go put my servo on before I took it outside, and guess what? Whoops. So we'll do that later. But for now, it'll work for testing. Won't have a body on or anything, but it'll work. Alright, so I was going to do a drive, but the parts showed up, so and it was raining when I was going to go out and drive it, so I ended up working on some other stuff here. And here's the body I'm going to be running on. I got some stuff kind of mocked up on approximately how it's going to look, and looks like my plan's coming together pretty good. The wheel wells here, I got this one. I had to, because I shortened the wheelbase to the 11.4, you have to cut the front of it off a little bit to get that to fit back in, because you do suck the frame in. This one here, I just cut it off like right in front of the mounting post part, and that fit in there real nice. The frame is a little too narrow here for the mount. Plus, I would have to drill into my weld, and weld's really hard to drill into. So what I did is I put a screw up top, and that should hold that one good. The roll cage I managed to find, they had the UMG 6x6 cage in stock. I'm not sure if that's the one I'm going to use or not. It will work, but I might go with a honcho. But at the same time, I might use both, because of how this one's designed. It does work pretty good with what I have, but this is all kind of build as we go, so some stuff might work, some might not, and I might need to make some custom parts. For the bumper, most of the bumpers for this Ranger body, they don't work. So what I did is I found I have an old UMG 10 bumper, and you can get a new one of those, so I ordered up one of them as well. That one ain't here yet, but that actually is raised, so it should come up high enough here for this body. Plus it has a nice approach angle to it, so that way it, because this one body does stick out the front a little bit more than I would like. I had to trim these to match the body, so that way the body fit in there nice, and plus with the shorter wheelbase, the tires were just about hitting on there when it's flexed up. And that is what I have done so far. I'm going to go ahead and do the wheel wells on the other side. I was going to leave them off, but then I was looking at it, and I still don't know yet. It's kind of, we'll see how it goes when we get through it. I'm kind of deciding. I do like the look of it. It kind of gives it a more finished look. I'm not a huge fan of just a cage and the open frame in the back. I've seen some people do that, but I'm not a huge fan. But especially one like this, the 6x6, like a regular, like honcho style, they look pretty good. But yeah, we'll see what we can come up with. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and work on these on the other side, see what I can do with the cage. I do have some nice ABS I can kind of bend, put in, make like bed in the floor and stuff like that. So we'll see where it goes. Alright, as you can see here, got the bed installed down in there. I got the holes drilled in the back of the cab, and got that all set up, and now I just need to start I'm gonna drill some holes back here to mount the cage, and then work on getting the front section of the cage mounted up in there. And I'm not sure what I'm gonna do here, if I'm gonna put anything across the top, leave it as is. I'm not quite sure yet. Still thinking about that. I do, if I can find it, have some 1/4-inch nylon rod, which should be the same size as this, and I may run that around to make it look like the roll cage continues on across here, and then use some of this to like close up this part and this part. Yeah, it's coming along pretty good. Alright, got quite a bit done since I put you guys on here last time. I messed up and one of the files was corrupt, so I was going through and editing the video, and now I have to go through and show you what's going on here. I painted the body, went through and put all the pieces in. I still have to do some sanding around wheel well, stuff like that. The cage is partially mounted. I still have to do the front yet. And I built a little mount system for the front. I still have to put one piece. I want to put a piece in between the grill and here, just to add a little more support. This is plenty stout, but I just in case, you know, you start rolling over stuff like that, it can damage the body. So I'll probably put a small brace in between here and here, and we should be good. And then in the front, to get the bumper up where it needs to be, I took a bumper brace, front brace, and I stuck it up on top and screwed it on to here on top of the bottom one, so it raises the bumper up, because this body, it's so high up that it doesn't look right. And I had to trim these down here a little bit. I still got to sand those down. I was just working on that because of that bumper brace I had. It was, or body mount was hitting on those, so I still have to sand these down, so that looks kind of crude yet. But kind of run out of time here, so we're going to go ahead and call that for the video. It's raining again. I was hoping to get a run video in this video, but I just haven't had luck with the weather. So stay tuned for next week, and we'll get a run video up, or maybe I'll if I get time this week, I will try to get a short of doing a little run with it. So all right, thanks for watching. If you have any questions or anything like that, post a comment down below. But thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.